Thank you, Madam Chair, and I want to thank all the panelists for being here today. I want to begin by saying that I've spent my entire career as a nurse, worked in the emergency room most of that time, and it was my responsibility when I was in the emergency room, before we had the organ procurement organizations, to come and talk with the family members. It was my responsibility when someone was deceased to look them in the eyes and ask them if they would consider donating their family member for research or transplantation. It was a very sensitive time, and I've got to tell you that as I think about those times, I can actually see the eyes in the people that I asked this of. And one of the things that I will always remember is the dignity and the respect for those family members. Families actually, there was a report done at Office of Inspector General, and if I may insert this into the record, that looked at informed consent and tissue donation and what the expectations and the realities were of these family members. And here are the things that were found in there, and I don't think it will surprise any of us, because if we have someone we love that dies either expectedly or unexpectedly, is a very traumatic thing. What organs will be procured? Will the body be treated with respect? And special care to ensure that the gift is used for the stated purpose. Those are the three main things that were found in both these reports and also my experiences. Very tender times, and as I say, a dignity of life and respect for that. I am curious that we don't have that same dignity and respect for the life of what we call tissue and fetus and embryo. This is a baby. I think Ms. Charo mentioned this, these are the remains. Tissue is discarded. This is not tissue. This is a baby. You don't get a brain, a liver, a kidney, all of these organs from a tissue. It is a baby. It's not a blob of tissue. Now, what I want to go to is if we could put up an Exhibit F. In these documents, documents were produced to the panel by a leading university to show that a researcher sought from a tissue procurement business, quote, a first trimester human embryo, preferably around 8 and up to 10 weeks of gestation. And I think you all may have that in front of you, but the document is Exhibit F, and this is what it looks like. It actually says doctor, and the name of the doctor is blacked out, at the University of, would request a first trimester human embryo, preferably 8 to 10 weeks of gestation. We have ordered tissue before, so our information should be on file. Please let us know if this tissue is available. This is not dignity. This is not dignity. This is not respect for human life. I want to ask the panelists, have we reached a point in our society where there effectively is an Amazon.com for human parts, including entire babies? And I'd like to ask our panel for their opinion on this email and the notion of obtaining potentially entire embryos on demand. Dr. Donovan, would you like to address this?
I personally find that it shocks my conscience, and I think it should shock the conscience of the nation. I think you're absolutely right. You know, we have commodified what have been referred to as the products of conception, meaning babies and baby parts. And yes, they are for sale, supposedly just to cover one's costs, but those costs seem to be quite variable. But even if they were given away free, it's shocking to be ordering what you want. Can I have a boy fetus or a girl fetus or a brain or a heart or a liver? This is totally in distinction to the honorable transplantation industry that is life-saving and shows great respect for the donors.
Ms. Cunningham.
I think what we need to pay attention to here is not, is this somehow increasing abortion? My concern is that researchers have come to count on induced abortion for their research. And one of the articles that I cited in my written testimony shows that they say that liver from induced abortions is widely available and is a promising source. What have we come to where researchers need induced abortion to do their research? Wouldn't it have been better if we had banned this at the beginning and used the creative minds that we have?
And Ms. Cunningham, I hate to cut you off, but I have
alternatives.
Thank you, and I just have one brief comment to make because my time is going to end here in just a second. I believe that we should give the same information and dignity to these young women that are making these decisions. And I believe that it should be a more informed and educational decision that they are making, and I don't believe that is happening currently. I yield back the balance of my time.